Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Viva Cafe con Leche. It is the second week of 2022. Good morning. This is the Badass Buddha, Lori Monaco, coming to you from a freaking cold, frigid southern Connecticut. It's sunny outside, but it is hella cold. It is like single digits, teens, something like that, single digits overnight, whatever. It's cold ass winter over here. So I am your teacher, speaker, coach. I teach and I teach workshops and coach with mindfulness centered whatever. I said it wrong. I do mindfulness centered coaching and teaching. I'm a published author. I am a chiropractic physician. I'm a weight loss and wellness specialist. So good morning.
Good morning, buenos dias. I heard it would be, you told me yesterday and my son last night that it would be in single digits.
Yes.
Florida's not too hot either. It was cold last night. Today's supposed to be lows, like in the evening, low 52, and tomorrow in the week is going to be in the 40s. Now, that for us, 52 for here in Florida is like a 25 for you over there.
Yes.
So
that's absolutely true.
And when I first moved here, I'm like, why the hell are these people wearing scullies and bomber jackets? Like, it's not even cold. That was before my blood thinned out. That's what that was about. Now I've been here 15 years. Yeah. My blood.
So who are you? So who are you, by the way?
Who am I? Listen. Buenos días, mi gente, aquí con la Margarita, your gladiator guru. Who am I, she asks. Who am I? I'm so many things, and I love every part of who I am. I am your poet. I am your writer, your author, Soul Searching for Peace. The audiobook is coming out soon. I'll let you all know when that is. Soul Searching for Peace, a book of tears shed in print. I am a proud contributing author to Her Badass Story, which is Lori's book, made national bestseller. We're proud of that.
International.
International, Marón. Oh, para mía. I am your artist. I will be displaying some of my art. I just sold 2 pieces yesterday, the day before yesterday, so I'm really excited with that. I am your wedding officiant. I am your notary. I am your magically orgasmic goddess in awe of herself. Bienvenido a Viva Café con Leche.
Yes. Good morning, and good morning to Tiffany Bryan. Milagros in the house. Tiffany says it's cold in Baltimore. Yes, I think we're all getting hit with the cold weather. So yeah, and come on, people, let's go. We've got just a few people on this morning. Let's get rocking. And
morning, Argenis.
Argenis is on. Good morning. But share, like, support, subscribe, do your thing, tribe. Because this is our goal for this year. Really, really make it explode, like in a good way. Really, like, just make things fly, because we've got some great content. We have great content. We have great conversations. We are very excited about the programming for this year. We're still putting it together. We've gotten up to probably about May, and we'd like to try to get the whole 6 months put into perspective, and then we'll take a little break, and then from there we'll add on as we go. But we're going to also list at some point on the page the program schedule, so that people can sort of see ahead of time, not just by the events, because we list them by events, but also by just a list, like a program, like a TV guide, back in the day. But so this way you could like share it easier. Like you could let people know what's coming up, and maybe something that interests them or tweaks, that sounds really cool. So but we can't do this without you. And so in order for us to really get up there with our views, we really need your help. So we need you to share, and let people know whenever you get a chance. Let people know about who we are, get them to subscribe to the YouTube channel, get them to like and follow us on the Facebook page, and then get them to share when we're online. And even if they're watching it not live, have them repost, share the video. That would really appreciate that. It'd make our analytics better too if we have people actually share video. Good morning, Wanda. Wanda's in the house. How cold is it down in Georgia, Wanda? We're all comparing our temperatures. It's 52 in Florida. It's pretty cold in Baltimore. So yeah, let us know how Georgia's doing. And where's Milagros from? Milagros, where are you from? Do you know where she's from?
Norwalk.
Oh, okay. So she's Connecticut. All right. Yeah, Connecticut's like ridiculous right now. The good thing about it is it doesn't last for very long. That's the beauty of the cold in Connecticut, is that these type of temperatures are not common and they only last for like a couple of days. They usually do it in like consecutive days and then they're gone. Wanda said it's 28, and that's pretty damn cold for Georgia. So goodness gracious. All right.
Good morning, Petey, my beautiful Iritza.
Lisa's
Good
on.
morning,
Good
Wanda.
morning.
I love to see when they come on. I just went on. I just shared it from my personal page because you know what? Exactly what the badass Buddha said. And this is awesome. And when my son-in-law comes on and he's working like 12 hours a day and he comes on every morning, I thank you and I honor
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Argenis, namaste for doing that. Um, Here's my son-in-law that's always on. Where the hell's my daughter? But that's okay. I'll take him. And that's what happens. But share, and he shares it. And let's just share the love, because that's why we pop up like slut magic every Tuesday and Thursday, regardless of what's going on, regardless of where we are at that moment or how we're feeling, because it was a commitment to ourselves first and then
Yes.
a commitment to you. So when you're committed, you get up and you do it, and then like an hour or so into whatever it is you're doing that you like want it nothing to do. Hey, DJ Goya, he's the
DJ
DJ
Goya.
Corona. Yay! That's right. Peace, love, and sazon. Good to see you. So let's just do that. Let's be committed to self so that we can stay committed to whatever we set our minds to. And I'm saying that because I need to hear the shit out of that, because starting tomorrow is my walking every morning. So rain or shine, I brought my rain jacket from Connecticut. No excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. It's just commitment to my 2022 is not 2022. It's the next 12 months of my life. My goal is health and happiness. And all that starts with me. Right,
Yep.
badass?
Yep. Exactly.
Me.
So I sent something special to DJ Goya. It'll pop up, but I didn't really have anything for sazon, so I just put a pepper.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Janet, good morning. Stephanie Nieves, good morning. So good. We're getting little by
Stephanie.
little, we're getting
Listen,
everybody up
I
here.
want it. Okay, we're gonna do our intentions and everything, but
Yep.
I was committed when we first started Viva Cafe con Leche, and every Tuesday I spoke about coffee, and then somewhere down
Yeah.
the line I took a detour to
Yeah.
West Bumblefuck, but I'm back. I'm back. And here it is what it says. And I'm going to say it's bilingual. And I'm going to start off with my mother tongue. And it says, el café es el buenos días, cariño. El coraje de dar la cara al nuevo día. El café es mi momento fier. Coffee is my good morning, darling. It's the courage to face the new day. It is my most faithful moment. That is coffee. And I am grateful. El café es Bustelo with a hint of coconut milk, so it's practically black, because I don't want to adult with black coffee all the way. But this is the best I'm getting at. Good morning, Tiffany Torres. My emerald is on. See, you just say one little thing about it, you popping up like slut magic.
Yes, that's so funny. It's the truth. And Gwen's on. Good morning. And we missed Gwen's birthday. So happy birthday,
Yes.
Gwen.
There was a lot of birthdays in January. Shall we sing?
We missed Tiffany's too. We didn't give Tiffany, we didn't give Tiffany Bryan a shout out for her birthday, but we posted it. So, I don't think we posted Gwen's. We need to post
No,
Gwen's.
but to every birthday in January, happy birthday to you. That's right. That's all I'm going to go, because she's not participating and this is a team effort. Janet Ortiz,
I'm
exactly. Good
typing.
morning, beautiful. And Janet knows all about health and seeking it. And I'm proud of you every time I see your pictures, Janet Ortiz. That's what health and happiness. Because when you're healthy, then you're happy. And when you're happy, then you commit to all the dreams and goals that you have decided upon through prayer, and then with health, happiness comes the joy in doing what you love, and then the money always follows, right? So seek the better parts of it, the health and the happiness, and then the abundance shall follow. And the abundance can be anything, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. And that's how you gain. If you only focus on money, then you only love money, and the love of money, you get it, you lose it, then you become a piece of shit. Don't become a piece of shit. Seek health and happiness. Buenos
That
dias.
should be a bumper sticker. Don't become a piece of shit.
Yeah. Seek health and happiness. It's only for you, only for your betterment. So yeah. So that's el café. Buenos días, cariño.
Good
It's my
morning,
new
Melissa
lover.
Hernandez Morin. Good
Oh
morning.
my God, badass Buddha, you remember. And my beautiful daughters on. So let's do the mantra, right?
All right. We'll do our intention. Our intention is always to be intentional. So we're going to set the intention by being intentional and
Grateful.
yes.
Be grateful where you are standing in this very moment, what you're wearing, how your hair looks. Be grateful that you can have an opinion about any of that.
I'm grateful that I'm in a nice warm damn house because it's freaking cold as shit outside. So good morning, Cherry's on and Catherine and Marie. Don't forget to Gigi Fuentes. Don't forget to
Hey,
say hi. Like if you say hi, we'll see it pop up. If we might not catch it when we're looking at our phones. But if you say hi, if you print it up there, we could actually see it up there. So we always want to make sure that we acknowledge people. And then the mantra for today, right? So the mantra, the same all the time. All right, you ready, everybody? Because you have to repeat after us. All right. You could close your eyes, whatever. You could put your arms up, your arms out, whatever you want to do. You could sit in prayer just like Gladiator Guru's doing, whatever you want to do. And here we go. I am, you ready? I am a disruptor.
I am a disruptor.
I am unapologetically courageous.
I am unapologetically courageous.
I am spiritually grounded.
I am spiritually grounded.
I am magically orgasmic.
I am magically orgasmic.
And I am beyond authentic.
And I am beyond authentic.
Here we go.
Buenos dias, Evie Love.
Buenos dias.
Evie Love, I've loved
a
you
white girl
since the beginning, and I've even named my beautiful plant Evie Love.
You know, I got to tell you, I love the name Guinevere. It's so
No,
it's so
her name
beautiful.
is Guinevere Lord. Like
Yeah.
she is from the Renaissance Center. Like
Yeah.
she came from that era of The Witcher.
Yes.
If nobody's watched The Witcher, watch it. I love it. It's 2 seasons already.
All right. So, what are you drinking this morning, by the way?
Café Bustelo with coconut milk.
How come you're not drinking your coffee?
Because I have to brew it because I sold all the ones that I had.
Oh, okay.
Gigi
All right.
Fuentes. Buenos dias. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Some for today and then tomorrow. Roasting my coffee. So put your orders in.
Yes, absolutely. It's fantastic. You do not want to miss it. Look at, we have everybody shouting out to people. Yes, don't forget to shout out. Like this is really good about that. She's always shouting out to people. And listen, for those of you that are just jumping on, we are really grateful that you are here. If you needed a reminder, Gatorade, well, you know what? If that's to get you going, by all means. If you needed a reminder today, like if somebody shared it or posted it and it popped up, but you could also put us in your notifications so that you're notified when we come on, so that you know when we're on and you're reminded, because sometimes we forget, and I know I have to put everything in my reminders. It's really sad. Melissa, you could order it from Gladiator Guru. So
Yes.
if you want some coffee, just message her, and then you can Venmo her, and then just put your
And
order
Cash
in.
App. Yeah, as soon as I
Or
rebrand
Cash App.
my label, it would be on my webpage. And you can order right from there. But yeah, as of now, just DM me, text me. My number's everywhere. Just look me up. And I'll get it to you.
Right. Cool. All
I
right. So, yeah.
I made the wrong one. I normally I'm thinking, and I went back in my notes as soon as I got back because Badass Buddha had bought some when I was in Connecticut, and roasted in Connecticut. Then I came here, she ordered 5 bags, and I did them for her, and I took it back. She's like, it's a bit on the dark side. And it was like, because your coffee last time
BCB.
was Colombian Supreme.
Oh, I got the dark shit.
And I got the one that I created with the green coffee bean people here in Tampa, which is my house blend 2, which is a double bean espresso. So, and that's the one.
No wonder, because I was like drinking it, going, God, this does not taste like the coffee that I had the first time, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah. You got the
yeah, I
best
do.
one.
I like weaker coffee. I have to admit, I really can't get used to dark roast coffee. Like even my father used to say that to me because I don't really like espresso. And
Oh,
so growing up, we grew up with there's certain Italian traditions that were really, really big in our household as I was growing up. And even just a few years ago, my father used to, not every night, but prior to every night, pretty much he would end his night when his mother was still alive with a cup of espresso. They would have a cup of espresso, which I would be up all night if that was the case. And their cups are not like, you go to Italy and you have a cup of espresso. It's
a
like
little
this
thing. It's a
much,
little thing. Yeah.
they would have the espresso cup, but they would fill it to the top,
Mhm.
so it'd be like 5 cups of espresso, whatever. And I hate the taste of it. It's just too, and he used to say to me, "You're not Italian. You're not Italian if you don't like it."
You fake every time you fake Puerto Rican. Listen, I'm 53 and I have to have a cup of my dark roast, my cafe bustelo or mine before I go to bed, or it's hard for me to sleep. It is the first thing that I do in the morning. Basically, I can have 5 cups of coffee a day. So when I hear people say younger than me, oh, I can't have coffee after 3, I'll stay up. I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah,
I
you
can't
will.
fathom that. I can't understand when people say that. Mind you, I've been drinking coffee since my baby bottle. Irita, we've all been. But when that happens, I guess I'm gonna be a zombie because it's my addiction. It's my lover. It's my love affair on the side. It's my main lover. It's
Well,
whatever
that's
it
all
is
right.
to me.
Nobody's
No,
judging.
but what I'm saying is when I cannot drink it because it's gonna keep me wired, that's going to be
It
like,
may not though. It may not. My grandmother didn't. My grandmother would have that big espresso cup in her 90s, for heaven's sake. She
good,
would have
good.
that big espresso cup and she would just go right to sleep. She slept so soundly, it was ridiculous. So don't
Yeah.
even worry about it. In fact, more research says anyway that a little bit of caffeine every day, some coffee is really good for you. So I don't know what a little bit is, and I don't know if you're overindulging on the a little bit, but who cares? If you feel good about it, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. So,
It's all the extra crap that we put in it.
oh
That
yeah, yeah.
tends to be the problem. And I remember when I went to Puerto Rico, I was drinking the coffee there, and I kept adding the milk, and I'm going, why is it not turning lighter? Why is it not turning? I kept like spinning it, like stirring it, and it was like getting grayer and grayer, but it never got like. I'm like, why is it not beige like the coffee back at home?
You were putting cold milk?
Probably, yeah, whatever they
Yeah,
had on the
it's
table.
different. See, el café con leche, I still do. I still stir it in a pot. I boil it with that wooden spoon, and I just go and go and go until it foams. And or I use my foamer, but normally I still boil it. Then I pour it in the cup, and then I use the foamer. And then, but when I've seen people pour milk in a cup and put it in the microwave, and then they put their coffee, it looks great like that.
Yeah. Okay, well, now I know.
Milagros Medina. Yeah, the Milagros. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
Milagros likes her hot chocolate. But Milagros hot chocolate also has caffeine. It doesn't have as much as coffee. So, yeah, I like,
it's a whole different taste,
it's too
though. Yeah,
it's too
yeah.
sweet. But okay, so let's talk. So last week's conversation, we started off with a bang, and we started off with what's your badass life plan, and we posed some questions on you. We're not going to test you on the questions. We just want to know if anybody did actually answer the questions and you want to put in the comments, please do so. But also, if you have any comments about, like, have you started looking at your 2022 or your 12 months, as Gladiator Guru said? And what are you looking for the next 12 months? What is it that you want in your life? What is it that maybe you didn't hit last year, but you're looking forward to doing this year, or maybe going or having or doing or whatever? And then on Thursday was with Liza Tuck with Unapologetic what did we call it? Authorized
Unauthorized living.
living. Yeah, and living by your standards, like what's important to you, what you want to do. So we're going into that same thing with this week as that we're leading into with today's conversation. And today's conversation is, I just blanked out. What is
Today is I'm ready. I'm done. I'm ready. I surrender.
And how pathetic that I forgot, because that was the mantra that I used to do at my workshop. How that's awful. So
That's
yes, I'm done,
fine.
I'm ready, I surrender. And then Thursday is courage and commitment with our special guest, Jennifer Brannick. So we're still on this high. Like, this is the second week in January. People are still, usually at a point where, oh, I'm doing my New Year's resolution. I'm still going strong. I'm getting up early. Well, listen, I got to tell you, when you live in the Northeast and you committed to running every day at 5:30 in the morning, and when you go outside and go, it's freaking 5 degrees outside and there's ice on the road, I'm not getting my ass out of bed. You have to have alternatives. That's the thing. So rather than say, I'm going to run every day and that's going to be my New Year's resolution, I'm just going to move my ass every day and move your
Movimiento es
ass
vida.
inside the house.
Yeah.
Do something. Catherine Marie says, staying away and letting go of negative people, positive only accepted. Yes, beautiful. That is a winning type of commitment to oneself. It's a winning intention, because you do that and that opens the doors for so many other things. It shifts your energy and it opens up the energy of the universe basically to come in and guide you. So yeah, that's first and foremost. Thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful. All
Mm-hmm.
right. So what about this conversation? You know me, I've got to take in a few minutes, take my kid.
Yeah, what about it? Let's take a moment, mi gente, and write one answer for each one and let's participate. I'm done. I'm ready. And I surrender, because we are all flawed humans, right? We all have something that we've been trying to get rid of. Like,
Me,
people tell me
you?
to
I'm
stop
perfect. What the hell are
smoking, and
you
I
talking
tell
about?
them, mind your business, right? Because what happens with that? I
I'm
enjoy my
perfect.
cigarette. I
I don't know
enjoy
what you're
my
talking
coffee,
about.
and I enjoy saying fuck off. So it all goes. Those are all like my mantras. So, but what are you like? What are you done with? What are you ready? We're gonna continue that when. So I'm putting it out there. Write it, Buddha, or I'll write it, and then when she
So,
comes back on, then we'll talk about it.
well,
But
and you could run it. You could for sure run it, because it's a great conversation. But let me explain too why that even like came about. It came about with when I was starting to put workshops together for the first time in 2018. That mantra hit me, because that was kind of like the mantra that I put into play for me. When you just put that declaration out there, I'm done. When you're done with something, think about when somebody's breaking up with somebody and they're like, I'm done, and they immediately put out the hand, like you are not letting any past that. And so that's why, like, I'm done with this life, I'm done with this bullshit, I'm done with the way things have been going for me, I'm done. I'm ready, meaning I'm ready for the change. I'm open to it. I'm open to opportunities, possibilities, potentials. I'm ready to change, period. And then I surrender. I surrender to the process. I surrender to the change. And you are basically saying to yourself, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm ready to move on. So, done, bye bye, going forward. And then I surrender. So, whatever's in front of my path, how hard it's going to be, I'm still going to do it, because I do not want to be that bullshit anymore. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be that person anymore. So, that's what all that means. So let's talk about it. So, what do you want to start with? I'm done. You want to do one at a time?
yeah,
Okay.
cool. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. So, what do you say? So, what would you say you're done with?
I'm done with unwritten goals. Like, I'm done with just
Nice.
thinking that I'm going to retain everything. Okay, I write it when I get over there, or I'm going to do this, and then I don't. I don't ink it. And remember, if you think it, ink it. And I'm not inking it when I don't. So I'm done with that. I'm done. So my notes in my phone is like over full. I just had to buy more stuff. And then I walk around. I've always walked around with pads. And what am I ready to do? I am ready to be the powerhouse that I was born to be, with my health and happiness in 2022, right? And I surrender. I surrender the I surrender through prayer. I surrender what is going to be laid in front of me. I am going to conquer whatever it is that's laid in front of me through my readiness to move forward and be that powerhouse.
That's actually a beautiful I'm done. Like I'm right there with you. I'm done with not writing down goals too. I write that here's what I'm done with. I'm done with not being organized because I will write down goals sometimes
And
and
then
then yeah,
forget where I put them.
I
Look,
forget where I put them. They're in there.
conquer.
A pile of paper that moves from like my desk to the bed to the bed to the desk or to the office downstairs on the desk. So I'm done with being unorganized. I'm done with the fear. There was a lot of fear that came up for me this year. And I'm done with that. And it's not easy to be done with fear, but I'm done with letting fear run me. Fear is always going to be there. I just have to make it. I have to turn it into fuel. So I'm done with the fear being controlling. I'm done with not taking chances. That kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
Anybody else? What are you all done with? How
Come
about
on,
we get some
everybody,
people?
write something. Yeah, because this is when you voice it out. Remember, mi gente, we're not just saying this because we're gonna be on the show. We're being vulnerable here, and I am. I don't. I'm done with stupid people. Hey, that's right. But because we give our energy, so I understand what you're saying. When we deal with all of this other stuff, stupid people, milagros, what we're really saying is I am giving my energy to something that's not going to become productive. And that's what the health and happiness of my next 12 months is. It's not about abandoning anything, it's showing up for myself. So if my plate is full, then I can't give you what I don't have. So that's what it is. It's about being true to who you are on this big platter of the calendar year, right? Los 12 meses, the 12 months that goes round, right? Because we always end up, como dicen, so far and yet so close, which is December and January. Because if you go to January to December, it's a whole year. But if you go to December to January, they're only 1 month. But we have to pick that calendar, and then we have to space our life accordingly, not 2022. I'm not looking this year as, oh, what am I doing in 2022? No, what am I doing in the next 12 months of my life? And that's my topic that we're also going to talk on Moments con Margarita tonight at 7. So what is it? So I am going to break it up like a tax person every quarterly, 3 months. So I am going to make 3-month goals for me, not what anybody else is supposed to do. What am I doing with me? So 3 months, this is what I need to have accomplished. And even if I'm close but not succeed, I'm still accomplished because I didn't procrastinate. I didn't just think about it. I actually put my effort into it. And life is like this, right? So give yourself a break. That's one thing. If you want to, Stephanie Nieves says, I'm done self-sabotaging myself and focusing my energy on loving the woman I'm becoming. Exactly. So in doing that, you have to accept that we have flaws. And that means that if you say, in here to 3 months, I have to be X amount of weight, because that's our women's biggest thing. I have to be skinny. Love yourself who you are today. And in 3 months, you're going to see that your body is going to de-stress over you stressing, over you being overweight, and it's going to release. So if you're here, I'm starting here, this is March, and you didn't accomplish everything, check off your list. If you checked off more than not, then you've accomplished, because you're still on that. We are a work in progress until the day we die. So remember to just don't self-sabotage by talking bad to yourself, reprimanding yourself. Just say, okay, we had 20 things on this list and we scratched off 17. Don't beat yourself up for the 3. That's living in negativity. Celebrate all that you have accomplished, and then the other 3 will fall into place. And that's where you keep your health at such a level that you're producing just that, all of those endorphins and everything else that happens, and you can see clearly. There's no fog up here. And that's when you're really done with the person you were yesterday. When you can say, ay, Margarita, you didn't finish all of it, but you got this far. Enhorabuena. And when you tell yourself that, when you love yourself and you accept that, I didn't finish our 20, but I knew I wasn't. Be honest with yourself, especially if you're just starting this out. Stephanie, like me, when you're just starting it out and you're going to try and keep yourself, my plate is full. So I'm going to have to say what takes priority. And in those 3 months, I have to put what my biggest task up front, so that then the little ones I can flow with. Because once you conquer the toughest part, then it's easier on you mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's easier for you to conquer all the other ones because you're on a goal. You're going, and you're like, okay, I'm going to get this done. So then when you're done with, when you put aside what you're done with and you don't want to mess with, Lillian said procrastination. Okay, we all procrastinate, right? But we just got to check ourselves on it. There's going to be that Saturday or Sunday you want to procrastinate because you need to recharge mind, body, spirit. You need to recharge. And sometimes Netflix helps you do that, right? Netflix, a good cup of coffee, tea, chocolate, it doesn't matter. But give yourself a day to just say, I'm just going to relax and not feel guilty, because that's why we feel we're such procrastinators. We allow the guilt to come in. Good morning, Liza. Good morning. Oh, Wanda left to class. So Gwen says she's done with drama. Drama, trauma, chaos. Sometimes they become so interwoven with us. They become sewn into the tapestries of our souls, and then we don't know how to part. We say we want it gone, but then when we actually do it, it feels like we ripped a wing off, right? And we feel the pain and the emptiness because it became so part of us. So, yes, when you remove yourself from toxic places, people, and things, that's when the drama starts getting away, because we are not Captain Save-A-Hose. We're only here to save ourselves. And then we share what we've learned with other people in the hopes that they too can claim those tools and help themselves. That's how we move forward, right? So drama is removing yourself from all people, places, and things that create that. And if it's you at the end of the day, when you see nobody's around you and you're still dealing with drama, then you need to check yourself. That's just reality. Wanda says she's done with the bullshit. Yeah. And that's where change comes in. And remember, people always talk about change. It is very difficult. Change is both, it's stressful in both the negative and the positive way. So it's like, when you want change, you really got to be courageous enough to chase it, to grab it, and to own it. And that is difficult for any of us. Good sex. Wait. Let me go up, because Liza she always draws my attention to those powerful 3-letter words. So Wanda says she's done. Stephanie self-sabotaging. Oh, Wanda left. Good morning, Liza. I gave up making people happy. I make myself happy in my life. And how do you do that? By, if you, let's say you believe in a higher power, I believe in God. And every morning when we're grateful, when we show our gratitude, every night when we pray and say thank you, and then we wake up, we ask for something the night before, and we wake up and we say, Father God, thank you for a new day. When you're showing him gratitude, that's when you learn how to focus and love yourself. That's when your energy, that's being grateful to God and to you, when you can just honor who you are, and then everything will flow on to the next people, because it is hard to please everybody. You're never going to please anybody. They're like bloodsuckers. Every time you go out and you go out and you go out. Lillian put a post up not too long ago, and it had a story, and then it had a reason for the cable and something. So it was beautiful. When you're constantly pouring from your cup and your cup gets empty, then what? Who's going to fill it for you? So you have to love and honor yourself with that. And then That's how you stop making other people happy, is when you turn all that energy inward, and then you learn how to say, no, I can't do that. Oh, of course, I'd love to go with you. Then that is honest. That's when you become authentic with yourself. And it's like you start blooming like a flower, right? That's when you make yourself happy, and then it pours out into others. Other than that, and I'm done. I'm at Iris, so you can answer that. I'm done with being disrespected.
Okay, I'm done with being disrespected. Yeah, that's a good one. Damn, it's cold out. I'm done with the cold. Holy crap, it's cold out there. Liza's done with good sex. Why would you be done with that, Liza? I don't get it. You want bad sex? That was probably from a different conversation. These are really good, and we love that you are all like,
Denise.
yes, this is fantastic. Denise Diaz, is she new? I'm not seeing her pop up. Did she say
Denise
hi?
Diaz was our roommate in California. Well, we were her roommates in California. We stayed with her for the month.
Oh, Denise. I met Denise. What am I talking about? Sorry, I wasn't putting it together.
Liza says drama is all internal addiction. It really is. That's why you got to remove yourself from the situations, the people, places, and things that where you go, you feel the most that is causing you drama. And then when you're by yourself, that's why I said, then if it's still happening, then you're the issue. And then now you got to deal with inward. And
yes. Yes, I'm
never
done with the sex. Well, good. And your husband's probably happy about that too. Here's the deal with we're going to ask you that you make these declarations to yourself. Like, write this again. You heard Gladia Guru. She's done with not writing down her goals, and the same with me. And so when you write it, it's much more powerful. So you answer the question, what are you done with? What are you ready for? And what are you going to surrender to? And sometimes the easiest part is being done, like saying what you're done with. Because when you tell somebody, well, what don't you like anymore? Well, I know I don't want, or what don't you want anymore? I know I don't want this, And so people are pretty good about listing that stuff. So the done part is powerful, but you need the extra kick. When you say I'm ready, that means like, okay, yeah, I'm ready not to have this in my life anymore. Now it gets a little bit harder, because sometimes people can say, well, I don't like this, but they're more than happy to live in their misery, or they get comfortable in that, and they just stay because it takes less energy. But to say that I'm ready means that, okay, I'm actually ready. So what do I need to do to move past what I'm done with? So like, if you say I'm done with making crap money, I'm ready to go back to school or learn a new trade or quit my job. Like, that's okay, I'm done with my crap money. We can complain every day to everybody that wants to listen that I'm done with this job that I have. I hate my boss. I hate the money I make. I'm ready for the next. I'm ready to get a new job. Oh, okay, that's a little bit scarier. And then I surrender means that I'm going to do this no matter what. That's the scariest piece of all. And that's where the accountability has to come in. You've got to surround yourself by people that are going to, number one, ask you, listen, you wrote what you're done with, and you wrote what you're ready for, you're doing it. And you have to be willing to hear them say to you, why didn't you do that today? You said you were going to look for another job. You said that you were going to fill out applications. You're going to update your resume. How come you didn't do today? And if you're getting annoyed by them asking, you don't want to phone because they're checking in on you, telling you that you are not done. How uncomfortable do you have to get to be done and ready? That's the big piece. And this is why you need to ask yourself these things, and if you are, the more uncomfortable you are with something, the more the change will be. Think of it as like, and I think I said this before, if you're sitting down on a chair and all of a sudden you turn a certain way and you notice there's something pinching your ass, but then you move again and it's not pinching anymore. You don't think anything about it. But then if you keep moving and you keep pinching and pinching, after a while, if it keeps pinching, you're going to be like, what the hell is there? And you're going to like look, and you're going to get up. You're going to stand up. You're going to take action and stand up and deal with the situation. But yet we have something pinching our ass for decades and we do nothing about it. How much of a pinch does it have to occur for us to actually move? And being accountable is the big thing. Like, we have to have other people accountable. Like, we have to have other people calling us out. So I'm going to say to Gladia Guru, did you write your goals?
Yeah, I did. I did. But you know what? I like the accountability part because I felt short on it. I forgot about Juanita and Isabella. I forgot about Filomena, La Gitana. I forgot about them. And those are my personalities who have been with me from the beginning. And I argue with myself and I'm like, Margie, what are you doing? And then the other one's like, it's okay, you were tired. And I'm like, then the other one's like, no, no. And I love them and I write about them. Um, but you know what? Right. And I wasn't writing them, I was thinking them. And when I went through what I called my seasonal sadness, it was really a sit your ass down and let's regroup, mind, body, and soul. And in that, I learned that you know what? I have to be my number one fan with this health and happiness. I have to write it. And Lori and I, we have a coaching session every Wednesday. We coach one another. We coach
Yes.
each other. We ask each other, and then we also with what we were going through it towards the end of 2021, we like got consumed in other things or nothing, and we needed that so that we can value coming back to the coaching sessions like we have. So it's about. I'm not telling you get rid of all the negative thoughts because they're lessons. What did you learn? We were like, we went away from it and and then it's like it set us back. And you know what? But why? Because when we coached every Wednesday, we were holding each other accountable to that time slot and to being true and humble towards one another, where we would speak our truths about whatever issues the other was going without
Yes.
hindering or hurting. And
Yes.
so we needed that break. I say, where did the road ended? What the fuck happened? In order to come back and be grateful that we really felt the void of coming together and holding each other accountable. And that's what we need. We
Yeah.
do need accountability partners. But first, do exhaust all your options. And when you realize, okay, I can't do this alone, then find somebody that you can trust and that's going to be honest with you. You want somebody that's going to say, Margie,
That's right.
how many times I got to call you to wake up to go walking? If you don't want to do this, then don't get me involved anymore. I need
Yeah.
somebody to talk to me like that because I
Yeah.
like when they talk rough to me. So, you know, and because you got to know who you are, right? So I'm trying to see, someone wrote something else.
Yeah, that's a big one. And you have to pick somebody. You don't pick people that are just gonna coddle you, because if you're picking people like that, then you don't really want to change. You need people that are gonna call you out and they're gonna make you pissed off and they're gonna, and because that's what you need, the kick in the ass. And if it's making you uncomfortable and pissing you off, that is what you need. We move better when we're angry. Like we really do. It's anger when we're talking about
Or
mindfulness.
wounded,
Like we're
or
always
wounded. Like, oh my God, I can't believe she said that to me. Like Denise,
But
when
it's
Denise and I,
though,
when
it's
I write
anger based.
something, she's like, no, you know what, Margie, I don't like the way this sounds. And because she edits a lot of my stuff, I don't like the way this sounds. What about it? I'm just going to give you some words and you see if it fits in. She doesn't tell me how to change it. She doesn't tell me I need to change it. She just says, as a reader, it's not flowing right. I like lost it in this sentence, and as a writer, we all say we want editors, but guess what? When somebody points something out in our writing, it's like they're talking about our newborn. And it's like, what the fuck? I know what I need to write. And then she's like, I'm not trying to offend you. I said, no, but I asked you for your help because sometimes when we write something, we're reading it as we thought it, not with the mistakes, the grammatical errors, or
Correct. Yes.
the wording that needed to be flipped, flopped, or just removed. And that's why we ask others with the fresh eyes and no real attachment to the story to read it as is and then say, but it's still wounded. And guess what? Makes me write like Hemingway after somebody does that to me because now I'm focused, right? And now I'm
You want kick or you want to? Do you see Liza's saying she's saying kiss her ass, but she said it. Do you want a kiss and a kick? Because she'll do. Here we
And
go.
Liza, my necklace is I bought this on my honeymoon in 2011 in Aruba. 2010, I don't remember when. 2010, I bought this in Aruba, and yeah, it's beautiful. I love this. I actually gave it to my daughter and I took it back. So I hope she's not on right now. But yeah, it's
Hey, listen, I
um,
want to point something out that Henny said. So this is pretty cool. So Henny said we had a vision board wine tasting this weekend and it was amazing.
I saw
And this is
that.
a big listen, this is a big thing because doing a vision board is one thing, and some people will make the time to do it. But I have known people who've done vision board parties. In fact, I was asked to speak. I was paid to speak at a vision board party. This group of women locally decided to do, and they wanted to pay me to come in and talk about why to make a vision board and manifestation and all that stuff, you know. And vision board parties are great because you're doing it with friends, and then you're doing it together. You're both looking at each other's boards, and then you're holding each other accountable because your friends are seeing what you put on there, and then you're seeing what your friends put on there, and then you're all holding yourselves accountable. And it's always good to be around people that are really good at their vision boards as far as making it. Henny, you know, I've never met Henny. I can't wait to meet him. I really can't
That is awesome.
because Gladiator Guru talks so much about him, and but especially what a phenomenal businessman he is. And if you're looking for successes, you need to be around people that, like, I would love to see what his vision board looks like, because that would be inspiring to me. I have a client who does a vision board, and every year, within 6 months now of his vision board, he for the year he's already received everything that he's put on that vision board. And now he's like way one upping himself. It's not just about things anymore. It's about experiences. It's about his spirit. It's like he's going into directions. And we were just talking about that. It's like he's going into directions that he never ever dreamed of 5 years ago when he first started doing this, because back then it was all like mostly material things. But now it's like, it's much bigger because we grow, you know? So vision boards are really great. In fact, my daughter, my little one, and I, maybe my middle one, are going to be doing our vision boards this weekend. We got our magazine stacks ready, and we cleaned up her art tables, and we're going to start putting it together this weekend. But for you to do a vision board, you also have to be really clear on what it is that you want. You know, what you want in your life. So when you say I'm done, done tells you what I don't want anymore. I'm done with
No
this.
más. No
Yep.
más.
So that means you know what you want then. If you're done with this, then you must pretty much want the opposite of what you had. If you're done with the bullshit, if you're done with the drama, then you don't want that anymore. And on your vision board, you could actually put uh drama bye-bye, or no more drama, you know. And some people say, oh, it's not good to say no or negative stuff. I think it's up to you. If that's powerful for you to be like, done with the drama, or you could
I'm
say
done.
done with the drama. Done with the drama. You could write that on your vision board. I'm done with the what were some of these? Some of these were really good. Uh I'm done with douchebags. I could tell you that. Bloodsuckers, energy suckers. Yeah, you can put that on there. And your vision board is really more for you, what you want, you know. So not so much to focus on what you don't want in your life, but it'll give you the opposite. So if you have an energy sucker, if you don't want energy suckers around you, you want people that an energy supplier. You know, you want to be around people that are energy suppliers. You want to be around people that are inspiring to you. Um, so yeah.
This is good. This is a battle she's been. I've changed so much in the last half year that people don't like it. They're not used to the new me since I came out the box, and she is totally different. And
Yeah.
she didn't talk for 3 years. You can't shut her the hell up right now. But you gotta love her, right, Iris? And she's done such a 180 with that. That it's amazing how she didn't walk out into the light out of those 3 years of darkness. She skyrocketed out. Like, hello, I'm here, like Squiggy from Laverne and Shirley. Hello, I'm here. And
Ah,
you know, that's only gonna show going forward, she's going to be unstoppable. Going forward, she has been into the abyss, the deep,
yes.
dark center of the abyss for 3 years. She's gotten very familiar enough to know when it's starting to creep up again to say, back up, Satan. So, and that's where we got to be. We got to be to where we want it so bad that we can smell that bitch 2 weeks away. I say, oh hell no, I can't go that way. I'm going east. I'm not going west right today. because you must protect yourself. And that's through cultivating that self-trust enough that you're going to trust your intuition, to smell it, to see it, to taste it in the wind, to listen to it in the cries of the crows. You're going to be so in tune with what's coming negative towards you that you're not going to be negative back. You're just going to say, not here, not
That's
now,
right. It won't even affect
no
you.
more.
Yep.
Yes. But you
Yep.
got to be in tune. You got to use those senses. You got to be able to say, been there, done that. Don't want no part of it. And then don't bend for other people. If you know that person's going to take you down the rabbit hole, climb the fucking tree. But you got to do it for you. And that's where you say, I'm done. And now I'm ready to start off on this path, even if I'm walking it alone. Remember, you were born alone, you're going to die alone. So walk that journey alone if you have to. Make friends along the way, but it's your journey and your journey alone. So sometimes you will lose many people when you say, I'm done. And when you say, I'm ready, that path might be very lonely to begin with, but are you really lonely?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you really lonely, or are all those dreams and desires following, walking side by side with you? If you're walking in gratitude and ready to pursue your life purpose, you're never alone. So
No.
don't let that
You
fear
won't.
consume
People
you.
will always pop up when they need to.
Mhm.
It'll be people that you love, people that you know, people that you don't even know yet. Think of
Yep.
it as like a marathon. When somebody goes to start a marathon, when they start at the starting line, they have 26, what is it, 26 and a half miles to run, and they're just starting,
Never
right?
even thought
And
about
there
running
and
there.
there are people just lined up along the sides. They're just in case, especially as they go further down. And they keep going and keep going and keep going and they keep running. So I'm done. I'm done with what was behind me and I am moving forward. I'm ready. I'm going. I surrender. And I surrender the fact that I may not make it to the end. I'm going to do my best and I may not make it to the end. And let's say this person trained and trained and trained and they were so great and they were in such good health and they felt good. And then all of a sudden they get to like I don't know, mile 20 and the fatigue just kicks in and they're like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it. I got 6, 7 miles to go. And then that's why these people are sitting on the sides. They're there when you need them.
Mhm.
Most of the time, this person was running right by, didn't even see them. And then all of a sudden they get to this one point where they need the drink of water, where they need the encouragement. That's the thing. And this is where you need to trust in the process. When you surrender, is that you may be going down that path that Gladiator Guru said that you feel alone. But I'm telling you, if you look to the side, you have the people there
Absolutely.
helping you, ready to
Mhm.
help you. Because when you get committed to yourself and you start running down, you will run past all the bullshit haters. That's the thing. Those people are not going to be standing on the sides waiting for you to fail. We always think that's going to be the case. So they're just waiting for me to fail. Fuck them. If they're waiting for you to fail, they are not living their lives apparently because they're not running their race. They're just standing there going, oh, look, I hope they're going to fail. There are so many people that are standing next to them going, you need to shut the hell up because she's going to be freaking awesome and she's going to go for it and she's going to do this. So we are here. We are part of, we're on the sides. We're running too. But we will take time and we will stop periodically so that when you need that drink of water, we got the cup for you. When you need that extra oomph, when years ago, I remember, and it reminds me of, I volunteered for Special Olympics. And one of the jobs that I had, like that's what the volunteers, it's interesting what the volunteers get to do. And one of them is just to stand at the sidelines to cheer them on. Like that's part of your volunteer. Or at the end, literally standing there with arms open so that as the runners come in, if you're doing a running thing, you're there to embrace them because they're differently abled. We want to get them more excited and more, but we all need that. We all need that. Why is that love and compassion? We need it for ourselves. Just because we look like we're okay on the outside doesn't mean that we are.
Mm-hmm. And we just, you know what? But when you love yourself, yeah, I loved it. I
No, but
compliment.
it fell off though. So Liza's like, love your nail polish, except they're already falling off. So
It's
anyway.
fine. It looks beautiful. And you know what? The thing is, when we stop worrying about who's hating on us, who's envious of us, who wants us to fail, When we stop putting our energies towards that and just say, you know what, I don't give a shit who doesn't like me. Since I've been on Viva, that's what I say. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I drink coffee, so fuck them, right? And I may not be for everybody, but I'm always for myself. You've heard me say that since day one of this show. So, you know what? People are going to behave in a certain manner that you're going to say, oh, she almost acted like blah, blah. And I'll share that with people. And because I have to get it out because I thought it, right? And now if I don't, it's just gonna marinate up there. It's
Yes.
gonna book a room in my
It's
brain.
gonna book a
You
room.
know, so I have to like even if I'm like, or I'll say, hey, what's up? Don't hate, or I'll tell them like that. But what happens is when we remove our energy and focus from that and look at the people that are always showing up, that's why we're so grateful for this tribe. And that's why we sent
Yes.
out thank yous and all the people who were on. And remember, if you want to be on, send us a message. Okay. We would love to have new people on. But Iris says that she never spoke up for herself. So, but now she is. Excellent. Nancy says she's running towards her 50th birthday. Yay, the big 50. It's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
And you know what? If you're busy focusing on self-love and self-care and your vision board, and maybe Liza asked a question, Lori.
Yeah, I
Uh,
saw that. If we
if
could
you're
do
busy writing down your goals and then organizing them, however you want to do it, mine's are every quarterly, every 3 months. So I've written down what I'm expecting of myself from here to March. And I put them in the order that at right now, as when I wrote this 2 days ago, as I saw from importance to it's doable in between the important stuff, or this needs to be on the bottom part so that when I accomplish this, we roll into that. That may change once I begin it because maybe 2 days ago, what I thought was important in the next 3 months of my life, maybe it's not going to be. But you know what? I am going to surrender to the fact that I at least wrote it down, and it's going to be a moving puzzle piece for every 3 months. And every 3 months, as my life evolves around those goals may shift. They may dance like the branches of a tree. And I'm going to say, okay, we got this. And it's my list. So I can rearrange it within that time frame.
Yeah.
That's like my vision board. She wants to be on the vision board show. You know what?
Yeah, that would be a June show. That would work. We could do
Yeah.
a June show.
Yes.
We could, because it'd be a check-in. In other words, if we're telling all of you to do a vision board, and then we'll do a check-in, and then we have to hold ourselves accountable. If we did not do what we said we were going to do, then it's going to show. And then the question is why didn't we, because there's nothing more than making ourselves uncomfortable to have to like account to somebody else, like to say like why. We'd have to explain why. It's one thing to do it after the fact, and well, this is what happened and blah blah blah, but in the midst of it, because I do not see, this is what I'm done with. It's a huge list, but I'm done with not I'm done with getting in my own way, and I'm done with letting myself slide into very bad headspaces where I just stay stagnant and just sit there and do nothing. I had enough of that for 2021. I never in my wildest dreams thought I would go back to that. And I did, because I let myself slide through the cracks. I purposely didn't let things out to people that, that would have helped me or could have helped me, because I didn't want them to know. I just wanted myself to go right down in it. And again, because Gladiator Guru and I were not checking in weekly, both of us slid. She was sliding in her cracks and I was sliding in mine, because we were just both in really bad headspaces for different reasons. And then as a result, next thing you know, we're talking about how we're in this funk and we can't get out, and we like blah, blah, blah. And at that point, we couldn't figure out how to get out. We were together while we were in the pit, and we're both looking down, looking up at the hole up top going, all right, we're here. Hi, how you doing? We're here, and let's just sit here for a while and complain about the fact that we fell into this hole. And then we did that a little bit, but then we finally went and we became emotional. We cried, we got frustrated, we got pissed off, not at each other, but about what was happening. But had we been checking in, because you know what my favorite thing that she does with me is she's like, okay, what's wrong? What's going on? What's up? What's happening? Because she could see it in my face. She could read me and she'll be like, all right, talk to me. And I do the same thing to her, but she does it more to me. So I guess I just have more of a face. I'm more obvious in my face, but she'll catch me, and then I have to say it. Like if I say to her, nothing, I'm fine, she'll be like, don't give me that bullshit, because
Yeah.
she's right. And so she gets it out of me, and then we deal with it at that moment in time. But if you let it fester, like you just said before, if you don't deal with it at that moment, then it gets stronger and it gets
Books a
worse and you get
room.
more
It
stuff.
books a room. And then
It's
at night
I
or when
love
you're
that expression.
crazy, it swings the door open and it meshes with all the other emotions. And then you're just in a clusterfuck of depression or anger or rage. So you have to learn how to do it. Now, when we had that conversation about where we were and where we were stuck, it was in November. And then before the end of the year is when I realized that I misread where I was, and so I called it my seasonal sadness. And when you sit with yourself, then what happens? You learn about yourself. So just sit there. Now, signing off, wishing everyone a blessed day. I was in a pit too. I get it. What a great
Like
boss.
Catherine, thank you.
Come back, Catherine. And before we leave, I had asked the question. She mentioned it earlier, but we didn't. I didn't get to say the question. If you can be anyone, what would you wear? And nobody answered that, so we'll follow that first thing Thursday morning. That's a very interesting one, and I want to know what you felt. But yeah, so we'll talk about the vision board. Thank you, everybody, for hanging on today. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you for saying the seasonal sad. It is, Catherine. It is. Love you. Adios. Se te quiere de gratis.
Yes, we'll see you Thursday with courage, courage and commitment with our special guest, Jennifer. Oh my God, Jennifer Brannig, from England. She's going to be getting on from England. So thank you so much, everybody. And did fabulously, by the way, Glenn. Fantastic information that you shared. Right? From the Badass Buddha, remember, be you, be real, and be extraordinary.
And mi gente, tonight at 7 p.m., Facebook Live, Moments con Margarita. My first one, I'm back. And it's about being ridiculously curious. So remember, breathe in the beauty and breathe out the bullshit. Namaste.